Today we finally starting the pure subclass builds, okay? And today we're using art, pure art Titan. And this build right here, we push the tabular ruins freaking artifact to max, okay? To the max, okay? Simply because the exotic we are using in today's build is Alpha Loopy, okay? If you don't know what Crest Alpha Loopy do, Crest Alpha Loopy make it that not only do you generate additional ores of power from supers, which we don't care about, the main perk we care about in this exotic is generating a barricade or dealing sustained damage or defeating targets from behind a barricade creates a healing post that heals us. And then it also heals allies too. And if we heal allies, we get barricade energy. You are considered an ally as well. So you're gonna be getting your barricade back quick. Now, you probably like Alchemist. What's so special about Crest Alpha Loopy? What makes it that this is worth using, right? When Bungie updated Titan's barricade, where when you standing behind a barricade, it grabs enemy aggro, it became broken. Now, and let me showcase you guys, because Titan barricades now make it that standing behind the aggro enemies, whenever you stand behind a barricade, you're basically invincible. It blocks splash damage, and they aim at the shield, as you can see. They aiming at the shield. I'm just invincible. Okay, so we're gonna abuse that fact and spam barricades non-stop, so when I stay behind them, the enemies will never fight me. They will always fight the barricade. So not only am I protecting my teammates, I'm protecting myself. Who need damage resistance when you just stand behind a barricade that the enemy shoot at 24/7? Now, of course, in harder-end content, they're gonna be like, fighting even harder. Your barricade ain't gonna stay up as long, right? But it stay up long enough for you to get your barricade again, so it doesn't matter. It's an infinite loop. You're healing yourself, you're healing your teammates, and we got ways to, juice this mug up to make this build even more crazy. So the stats you want to go for in this build is just over 100 class. Try to get over 100. I don't care where you stop at. You can stop at 150, whatever it is, whatever your armor set is. You just want to be over 100, so whenever you do pop your class ability, you'll get 50% damage reduction overshield. So you can always pop your barricade in a clutch moment, because not only when you pop the barricade out, you immediately get HP. That overshield will block the damage of any enemy shooting at you at that moment. So it is used for a get out of jail free card moment where you finna die. You can pop the barricade button and you'll get the overshield. It'll block the damage of the enemy shooting at you, and you'll get health behind that overshield with the Crest Alpha Loopy. So you want to have above 100 here. And then weapon stat, you want your weapon stat to be at 200 if possible. So the armor set you will be going for is weapon and class stat. So you'll be going for specialist armor set for this build, and maybe some powerhouse in here so you can get your weapon stat 200. But just try to get your weapon stat at least 170 to 200 in this build, because we will be running double special weapons in this build. Armor set, you want to run Exodus down. Art do not have any type of damage resistance in this build besides Amplified. And don't get me wrong, Amplified is goated because enemies miss their shots and you keep moving. But we're really not going to be moving this build. We're going to be behind a barricade. And even though the barricade do block splash damage, if any enemy is like on the side of you or behind you, they won't shoot at the barricade. They will shoot at you. So Exodus down will give us that 30% damage reduction in this build. And we already got health going on this build with Crest Alpha Loopy. So we hit the criteria. We are getting health while we have damage reduction. So go Exodus down in this build. Weapons we're using. We are using Festival Flight. Obviously, Tablet Ruin is broken. Attrition Orb to help us get the Exodus down procced immediately. And then Slice for the Wolf and Mail in this build. So we have some damage reduction in this build with Wolf and Mail as well. Okay. We acquire one as our weapon in this build. If you don't like Choir 1 and you don't want to waste your exotic slot on this, just pick any void weapon that got volatile rounds. That's simple, okay? So if you're not a fan of Choir 1, I don't know why, but if you're not a fan of Choir 1 or if you don't got Choir 1, use a void weapon that has volatile rounds. Okay? That's about it. Just a strong special weapon and very good with special weapon ammo economy. So yeah. Then you're heavy. I'm using refurbished. Amazing gun, great DPS for bosses and dealing damage to various champions and harder in content. It pop it immediately. So that's what we got it on. Now, if you're like Alchemist, how do we deal with unstoppable champions? Choir 1 is overload, refurbish is barrier. Festival Flight can always be replaced with Mint Retrograde. Since Choir 1 be your main special weapon you're gonna be using this build. Again, Choir 1 is very good with special ammo economy. So, and we got a weapon stat high for a reason because we're using double special. That's why I say aim for 200, but 170 is the minimum. Okay, you cannot go under 170 or you're gonna be kind of struggling with special ammo. But you can use Mint Retrograde. It does run with Slice. If you got it before the update, I believe the new Mint Retrograde does not roll with Slice. Pretty sure it doesn't. So if you got an old Mint Retrograde with Slice on the steel, use that. If you don't have one before then, you can craft yourself the Call, which is a strand rocket sidearm. It does roll with Slice by crafting it, so at Enclave, so you can do that instead if you don't have Mint Retrograde. Both are good. And rocket sidearm good with ammo economy as well. Artifact. 2 shreds. As we are talking about, you kill several enemies. You get a Wolven Mail spot out there, so this is how we get Wolven Mail in the build. We got on Defibrillating Blast. We will be behind our, Stormkeep barricade, getting infinite bolt charges nonstop. So this will give us a chunk of health whenever we trigger bolt charges. Festival Flight, making that bolt charges trigger very quick. That's why I prefer it over Mint Retrograde. I will only throw on Mint Retrograde if I'm have to deal with Unstoppable Champion and whatever activity I'm in. Because with Festival Flight, if I shoot this at this robot, you see how quick the bolt charges go up from the tick damage from Festival Flight. So that's why I, prefer Festival Flight to be able to spam bolt charge more often, meaning infinite health for me and harder in content. So I don't have to ever worry about dying. And then stack that with Crest Alpha Loopy healing me periodically while I'm behind the barricade. And it's a match made in heaven because the enemy's shooting at the barricade. You're just good to go. Because Alpha Lupe do have an internal cooldown. It will not keep healing you non-stop from doing damage behind a barricade. It's like a 5-second cooldown, I believe. So the bolt charge is going to make up for that until Crystal Alpha Lupe can heal me during the 5-second intervals. We have on Flashover to make them bolt charges do even more damage and make me amplify whenever I do get maxed out bolt charges. We have on Malign Harvest because we are using Choir 1. So as long as we keep triggering volatiles, that's why I say it, have volatile rounds, destabilizing rounds on your void weapon, the perk. Because as you keep triggering volatile explosions, you will get Malign Harvest activated, and then Malign Harvest will make it that your next damage you do with your void weapon does weakening, which give you a void over shield. So more damage reduction in this build. Horror shuttles so that the people that's unraveled from to shreds, they can end up making threatlings that sever enemies as well, so that you kill them, make Wolven Mail hotspots. Dielectric, the second part don't work in Tablet of Ruin. That only work in the data disk, just letting you guys know. This allows that we kill art debuff targets, we get bolt charges. Every time we trigger a bolt charge to joke people, so extra bolt charges in the build. And then we got Volatile Marksman. Yes, to give you volatile rounds if you get precision shots or void weapon kills. We're mostly here for the second part because our weapon already got the stabilizer rounds in it. Second part said volatile detonations grant class ability energy, meaning we get to spam the barricade more often, non-stop, with Crest Alpha Loopy. You will be making barricades before your first one even disappear. Okay, so you should always have a barricade up, blocking enemy shots so that they never shoot you. Subclass, Thunder Crash, obviously. Like, come on now. Great damage. Rally Barricade. Thunderclap. You can pick whatever melee you want, but Thunderclap just, I can charge up that moment to hit people. But, you can use Ballistic Slims. You want to get some more bolt charges in. And, if you want to blind some people, you got the shoulder charge. Pulse Grenade, highest DPS grenade, so we're using that. Knockout to make it that our Thunderclap do more damage whenever we have knockout on and whatnot. You can take this off and put on Touch of Thunder if you want to be a grenade type of person. You could throw your pulse grenade and you get Iron Traces, and that will give your your class ability back even quicker. I don't think it's necessity. You could go lightning grenade if you want to do like DPS to a boss from far away. The lightning grenade would trigger even more bolt charges to do DPS against that boss. So up to you if you want to put on Touch of Thunder or just keep on knockout the melee people. And then we got Storm Keep on, obviously the whole point of this build. Fragments we got on Spark of Ion. This is a flex fragment slot, but this make it that whenever we defeat Jolted targets, we get bolt charge. Or kill someone bolt charge. We get an Iron Trace for Alpha Loopy to get back even quicker. Spark of Resistance, so we more tanky around people, 25% damage reduction. We got on Spark of Frequency, so that our bolt charges come back 2 times instead of once. This does not work with Storm Keep. I hate it, but it doesn't work with Storm Keep. But it does work for stuff like Spark of Discharge, where you get Iron Traces, you get bolt charges. Okay, so some can argue, well, do you need Spark Frequency on since it doesn't work with Storm Keep? I'll leave it up to y'all. Y'all can discern on is it important to you or not when making your build. Armor mods we have on 2 special finders because we are using 2 special weapons. We got on Void Siphon, make orbs with Acquire 1. We got on Melee Font and Grenade Font just to make it that my melee is 100, so I get it back as much as I want when I want to punch people. And then we got Grenade Font on just to give a little bit more juice to our grenade. Focusing Strikes, so whenever I do a power melee damage with Knockout on or my power melee, I'll get some cooldown for my Rally Barricade. Resist mods and chest piece. We got a Void Weapon Surge on and a Void Scavenger on, so we get more ammo with Acquire 1. Better already, so I pick Orb Power start health regen because Alpha Loopy and stuff give me chunks of health. It do not actually start health regen, so this will help health regen start when picking Orb Power. We got Class Font on for that extra class stat, even higher with the Overshield. Reaper on because we'll be popping Barricade often, so make an orb whenever we do it and kill somebody for weapon. And then we got Special Finisher to proc Exodus down and get special ammo in this build because again we are rocking 2 special weapons. That's the full build. You can use this in GMs and stuff. -50, very strong. Hope you guys enjoy the build. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.